another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh.
The bear in Daniel represents Persia. Persia was founded by nomads that settled down and imitated their Babylonian neighbors. Most modern scholars believe that ancient Persia was run by brute force. Those that believe that don't understand Persia or bears. Bears are extremely strong and direct. This is only part of the bear that fits the Persian mentality. The bear is actually a very intelligent, resourceful creature. That's why the Persian king was represented as a bear in Daniel's vision. Cyrus was named by Daniel personally. Much like a bear, Cyrus the Great was an intelligent, strategic leader. At the time, the Persian army had a huge number of both cavalry and infantry. The Persian army didn't earn victories because of force of numbers. The infantry was well trained and fought in teams. The cavalry was also trained and used in combination with infantry to even come close to matching the Central Asian tribesmen on certain occasions. The Persian army was a multinational force with members coming from far-flung areas like India, Scythia, Colchis, and Lydia. At the head was the Immortals. This group was always kept at 10,000 troops, no matter what the losses. In Daniel 7:5, the bear rolls himself up on one side. The Persians rose themselves up over their former masters, the Medes. Then the Persians conquered the Lydians. The Persians knew no comfort. They wore leather clothing and only drank water at the time. Living in these conditions made the people strong and independent, much like the bear. The ribs in the mouth is commonly interpreted as the kingdoms of Lydia, Babylon, and Egypt. But is that all? The rib is a bone in the chest. It can mean that the bear will carry the house of Israel in its mouth and care for it. Because, a bear don't have hands. In the vision, the bear wasn't eating ribs, so the bear may be a symbol of Cyrus carrying the Hebrews back out of captivity, back to their home in Israel. The part about go and devour much flesh is easy to understand. The Persians attacked many places in the ancient world. Cyrus also died fighting the Muscate of Central Asia.
First, the 2 armies stood apart and shot their arrows at each other. Then, when their quivers were empty, they closed and fought hand to hand with lances and daggers, and thus they continued fighting for a length of time, neither choosing to give ground. At length the Massagetae prevailed. The greater part of the army of the Persians was destroyed and Cyrus himself fell, after reigning 29 years. Search was made among the slain by order of the queen for the body of Cyrus, and when it was found she took a skin, and, filling it full of human blood, she dipped the head of Cyrus in the gore, saying, as she thus insulted the corse, I live and have conquered thee in fight, and yet by thee am I ruined, for thou tookst my son with guile, but thus I make good my threat, and give thee thy fill of blood.
In 1935, the people of Persia got together and voted to change their name to Iran. Mohammad Reza Pahlavi was the last Shah of Iran. He reigned from September 17th, 16th, 1941 until February 11, 1979. The Shah attempted to make Iran a modern country following the lead of the United States. Then came the Ayatollah Khomeini.
If the Ayatollah can't have it, no one can.
In 1982, there was a coup attempt to overthrow Khomeini. Persia is still in the news.